Hi guys, and welcome back! So in today's video I have the watercolor and inking process of my self-portrait for 2019. This is on Canson XL watercolor paper. I'm inking with Micron pens and I will be completing the image in Mijello Mission Gold and Prima watercolors. So first off, I thought I'd talk a little bit about why I'm making my self-portrait. I actually last year set out to, in the style of Mary Doodles, complete a self-portrait every January for each year, and then as my own thing I decided to use that picture as my profile picture for the year because here's how I see myself in this year. I thought that could be kind of cool. And I meant to in January, and I had a bunch of sketches for it, and as you guys know, I was in school. If you'd like to see how that went down, I will have that video in the description box down below. But basically, I didn't have the time to do it then. I had a lot of assignments, but in my final exhibition, one of the assignments that I had to revisit for our final show was actually my self-portrait. We got to choose 3 different pieces. One was new, one was from our major, and then one could be an assignment that you revisit from the class. And we did do a self-portrait, so I decided to redo mine and then use that as this year's self-portrait. 2 birds. And so I decided to go with a full body illustration because the original was from the beginning of the year and there were requirements on it, so it had to be black and white, and it was 5x7 I think, and like from the waist up. So it wasn't very exciting. I was just kind of sitting there. Didn't really make myself look too stylized one way or the other because I didn't know how anybody else was going to do theirs because I hadn't seen anybody's work up to that point. So for this one, I decided to go all out and stylize myself all I wanted to and just like make myself look the way I think I look and want to look, because the confidence in 2019 is doing a self-portrait and giving yourself a nice butt. But anyway, so I actually have a few announcements for you before I talk a little bit more about what's going on. So I do have one art show coming up, which I do have the details for on my website, and they will also be down in the description box. But on July 13th from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. I will be at my art show in Merrimack, New Hampshire at the Budweiser Brewery. This is going to be the 3rd year I've been there, so if I've seen you there in the past, hello, and I hope to see you again. If this is your first time thinking about coming to visit, then my art show has a lot to offer that isn't just me. There are tons of artists from all walks of life, so I do kind of semi-realistic watercolor paintings, but there are other people who do ceramics, acrylics, oils, graphite, photography, craft kind of stuff. There's also etching, and there's a whole section of the event called Drum Fun. It's actually 2 events going on simultaneously next to each other, and Drum Fun is all-day drum solos and drumming competition. And then the actual venue, which is the Budweiser Brewery, also has a beer garden and like a little restaurant and like bathrooms with air conditioning. It does get pretty hot because it's usually really nice on the day that we have it, so I'm very excited. For more information, please check out the My Art Show website, which is down in the description box below. And one last thing, I will be doing a what I have for sale video for my art show, so if you're thinking about coming down, you can kind of see what I have beforehand. So if there's anything in particular that you'd like to see there, or like to see prints of or stickers of, let me know in the comments, please. So the next thing I have to talk to you about is actually the future of my channel. Earlier this year, I was accepted into the Disney College program. So for those of you who don't know what that is, it's basically an internship, a paid internship program run by the Walt Disney Company. And on August 19th, I will be going down to Florida and living in Disney World for 5 months. So I will be getting credit for this internship through my art school, which is really cool. And so I will be living, learning, and earning in Walt Disney World, so I'm really excited for it. I have actually another channel dedicated to talking about the DCP, so I won't get too into it here. I'll leave that link in the description. It's also always in my bio. But yeah, so if you have any more questions about that, check over there. But basically what that means is that I won't be here and I won't be making videos. I'm going to try and make a whole bunch of them before I go to go up automatically. And I actually do have some really exciting things coming this summer. I do have a collab lined up, which is very exciting, and then I do have some more comic stuff to share with you. I had recorded a bunch of digital speed paints, but I recorded them in OBS and forgot to change the export setting, so all of my files are in FLV, which is an unreadable format on Mac. So if anybody has a good FLV to MP4 converter, then let me know and see if I can use it, because I otherwise can't use any of those files that I recorded. But I've been doing a lot of digital painting, and I'm really excited to be able to share the ones that did record well with you. I think that means I'll have a studio vlog up sometime this summer too. So that's all the things I wanted to cover. Now we can talk a little bit about the painting itself. So here I've actually almost finished the watercoloring, but basically I wanted to get the colors as accurate as possible, so all of these like browns and the skin tones especially, I was trying really hard to mix while looking at photos and reference of myself, because obviously it's stylized and I really wanted to get the point across that that's me. I'm actually working on scanning this right now and editing it in Photoshop, so my profile picture will be changing soon. It's all good, it's just the new updated one. Another new thing that happened this year, which I don't know if it's relevant to what you guys want to hear about, but I started wearing makeup. I don't know, I just never really felt the need. And I've been wearing eyeshadow, and so I thought that was like important character development, so I decided to include it in this piece with a little eyeshadow. It's probably the most subtle thing on the piece, but whatever. Here I'm adding some FineTec. If you'd like to see how to make your own rose gold FineTec, I have a video for that. But I'm adding the Alex and Ani bracelets I always wear. They're not in any of my videos because they jingle on the paper when I draw, so I don't wear them when I draw. But if you know me in real life, you know, like, I'm like a cat. You hear like the little jingling and it's like, oh, there she is. Now I'm just adding in the glasses using some really fine pens. And here's the finished piece. I really hope that you enjoyed seeing the process behind this one and look forward to seeing it as my new profile. I have new social media links and all the materials used to create this piece down in the description box below. But other than that, that is it for today's video, and I'll see you in the next one, alright? Bye!